In this third session of Kerala towards modernity, we are going to understand the influence of national movement in Kerala. The national movement in Kerala hadn't formed a unified movement because of the state was not administratively unified. Malabar was ruled by the British directly, but Kochi and Travancore were indirectly. Because of this reason, political agitations were not active in Kochi and Travancore as in Malabar. The political agitation in Malabar really shook the foundation of the British rule in the region. Let's discuss the influence of national movement in one by one. The first is from Malabar. The first conference of Malabar District Congress chaired by Annie Besant was held at Palakkad in 1916. In 1920, the last Malabar political conference was held at Manjeri and it discussed several issues like political reforms, problems of tenants, and Khilafat. In 1920, Gandhiji and Shaukat Ali visited Calicut and declared their wholehearted support to the Khilafat movement. The Khilafat Committee was formed with Katilasheri Muhammad Maulavi and Muhammad Abdurrahman Sahib. In 1921, there broke out a new rebellion from Malabar that was known as Malabar Rebellion. There were direct fights with the British in several places. The Mappala peasants of Malabar fought against the British in Ernaad, Valluvanad and Ponnani taluks. In 1930, the civil disobedience movement gained momentum in Malabar. People broke out the salt law by making salt under the leadership of K. Kalappan and Muhammad Abdurrahman at Payyanur and Kozhikode respectively. When Gandhiji called back the civil disobedience movement, many Congress members and in Kerala moved the Socialist Party. In 1939, the Congress Socialist Party was reorganized as the Communist Party of India under the leadership of EMS A.K. Gopalan and P. Krishna Pillai. During the Quit India movement, Malabar witnessed the destruction of government buildings, bridges, telephone lines, etc. Keelariyur bomb case was one of the major incidents during this time. And the next is the influence of national movement in Travancore. In 1891, the Malayali Memorial was put forward by G.P. Pillai. It was a memorandum submitted to the king signed by more than 10,000 people seeking proportionate representation for the people of Travancore in government jobs. In 1896, Dr. Palpu submitted a memorial to the king raising the problems faced by Eezhava community. This is known as Eezhava Memorial. In 1932, Christian, Muslim and Eezhava communities launched agitation seeking reservation in government jobs in proportionate to their population. This is known as abstention movement or Nivartana Prakshobham, which was led by N.V. Joseph, P.K. Kunyu and C. Keshavan. In 1938, with the formation of the Travancore State Congress, with Pattam Thanupillai as the president, political activities in Travancore gained momentum. The Punnapra Vailar protest in 1946 against the administrative reforms of Diwan Sir C.P. Ramaswamy Iyer led the entry of the working class in the political arena. The next point is the influence of national movement in Kochi. The struggle for responsible government in Kochi began with the electricity agitation of 1936. The agitation was against the decision of the Diwan Shanmukham Chetty to hand over the charge of electricity supply in Kochi to a private company. The agitation reached its momentum in Travancore. The formation of Cochin Rajya Prajamandalam under the leadership of Neelankanthan Iyer, V.K. Krishnan Ezhuthachan in 1941, it strengthened the movements. E. Ikanda Warrior, Panampalli Govindamenon and K. Ayyappan were among the leaders of Cochin Rajya Prajamandalam. During the period, the women in Kerala too influenced the national movement with the participation in the struggles like boycotting foreign goods, picketing liquor shops, eradication of untouchability, and popularizing khadi. In 1931, as part of the Congress conference at Vadagara, a women conference was also organized. It is known to be the first women conference in Kerala. A.V. Kuttimalu Amma from Malabar, Akkamma Cheriyan and Annie Mescarin from Travancore were prominent women leaders of the national movement. As the last part of the movement, part of the chapter, we are going to discuss the formation of United Kerala. The Congress session held at Nagpur in 1920 decided to set up state Congress committees on linguistic basis. Taking this into consideration, the first Kerala State Political Conference was held at Ottapalam from 23 to 26 April 1921. The Payyanur Congress Conference chaired by Jawaharlal Nehru considered a resolution demanding the reorganization of Kerala as a distinctive state after the independence. The United Kerala resolution was passed both in the United Kerala Convention held at Thrissur under K. Kelappan in 1947 and in United Kerala Conference held at Aluva after independence. Consequently, the state of Tirukkochi was formed on 1st July 1949 by joining Travancore and Kochi. E.M.S. Namboodiripad in his book Onnekal Kodi Malayaligal placed the idea that the Kerala state was to be formed combining Malayalam speaking regions. Thus, the state of Kerala came into existence on 1st November 1956, unifying Malabar, Kochi and Thiruvidankor. Agasthiswaram, Tovala, Kalkulam, Vilavam and Vilamgod taluks under Travancore was merged with the Madras state. The taluks of Kasaragod and Hosdurg in southern Karnataka became the part of Kerala.